Would you like to save some money on your French property purchase? Well, one way could be to concentrate on FSBO listings. How much could you save? Well, at 200,000, you'd be looking at a fee of around 7%, so you might save around €14,000. For 300,000, you're probably looking at saving around €18,000. Up to half a million, maybe you're looking at €30,000, and a property at around about a million, you could save €50,000 in fees. With those sorts of numbers, maybe you could afford to change the kitchen or put in that additional bathroom. Or maybe if there isn't a pool, you would have the budget to put one in. So what might be stopping you? Well, you might not know all the places where you can find FSBO listings in France. You might be intimidated by the French language listings. They look really different, and maybe your French is a bit rusty or a little bit non-existent. Maybe it's contacting owners directly in French. What would you say to get the best response? Maybe it's the viewings themselves, and how would the process of buying even work without an agent in France? Well, there's one solution that can fix all those problems for you, and that's to educate yourself, to empower you to feel more comfortable and confident in doing all those things. 40% of all property transactions in France don't involve an agent. So who can help you get to this new you that's confident and knowledgeable about all these topics? Well, it might be obvious, but I'll say it anyway. None of the agents trying to sell you one of their listings is going to help educate you to avoid their fees. The notaires aren't going to be interested in speaking with you until you've had an offer accepted. That's too late, so it doesn't really help either. There are Americans who've bought and post on YouTube and other sites. Usually they've only purchased once though, so how relevant will their experience be to your specific situation? Well, at French Property Focus, we have experience in the US property market. We currently work in the French property market. The online course we've developed specifically looks at all areas of the search for a property in France. There's a lesson on where to search, including for FSBO properties. There's a lesson on how to decode the French language listings. There's a lesson on strategies when contacting FSBO listings. There's even an example template message you can send. There is a lesson looking at some strategies you can use to help you with the viewing of the FSBO properties. There's even a lesson where we look at some chateaux that aren't FSBO, and I show you how you could potentially turn them into FSBO properties. You can do it. I'd love to be the one to help you get there. If you go to FrenchPropertyFocus.com, you can see all the lessons and chapters included with descriptions for what each of them cover. If you've got any questions, drop me an email. I'd love to hear from you. And in the meantime, here's some places where you can find some FSBO listings to get you started.